Hey, 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 beautiful heart. What's vibin'? Happy new moon in Scorpio. Solar eclipse season is upon us. Sending much love to my Scorpionic friends out there. Scorpio is my sister sign. So, yep, feeling this eclipse season, which I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are. I know there's a lot of conflicting energy going on, especially for the past 4 months. The past has been coming up. The subconscious has been coming up. Just know, sorry guys, let me get that. Okay. It's all for a purpose. It's not to hold you back. Remember, it's darkest right before the dawn. So, number 34, unconditional love. Number 11, cosmic connection. And 29, shine. These three are really about what you are prepared or been preparing to step into. This unconditional love energy. Yes, of course, we all want it, but if we haven't had it before, altered ego will create a story around what we think unconditional love is and what we think it should look like. And because altered ego is involved, that's the human consciousness. And if you guys have been watching me for any length of time, you know that human consciousness is really about altered ego. It's a negative programming. That's why it's so much easier for us to look at the negative right away or see, the negative in everything, even just the weather. Have you guys had the situation, whether it's friends, coworkers, relatives, whatever, you call them or they call you, and no matter what, the first sentence out of their mouth is either how horrible the weather is, so it's a horrible day. Like, it's just, that's the human consciousness. That is a programming. It is the matrix. We are designed, our personality traits are designed from growing up in the matrix, that's our default. That's what we look at. That same default is what we need to change to be able to welcome in unconditional love, because that other programming immediately blocks out unconditional love. Unconditional love has nothing to do with human consciousness. It has nothing to do with that human 3D love that we're also used to. Human 3D love, that is the love that's painful, hurtful, manipulative, controlling, all of those things. The love that you've experienced that feels like it has ripped your heart out. And again, it could be from a parent, a teacher, a spouse, friends, whatever. It's not limited to anything, but the difference is that it is conditioned love. Just like, and what do I mean by conditioned love? It feels good if you're serving the other person's purpose or they're getting what they need. That type of stuff. Unconditional love is a higher love. It's a love that looks past the personality. Here's the thing. Ego, altered ego, there was a divine purpose for that. It really was to develop our personality. It became altered because of history. So unconditional love looks at another person. It doesn't take into consideration the personality. So the personality can be acting up and being a big butthead, but unconditional love will say, you know what? I'm going to Q-tip this. Q-tip means quit taking it personally. I'm not going to take offense to this. I'm not going to be hurt by this. I'm going to see this. I'm going to come from that unconditional love, that higher love, and see the God in that person. I know it's not always easy, you guys. The point I'm trying to make is this unconditional love, you need to give it to yourself first. It starts in your inner dialogue, being compassionate with yourself in your thoughts and your feelings. being your own cheerleader instead of your own self-sabotaging critic. Remember, don't beat yourself up for that self-sabotaging critic inside of you. We all have it. That's what this journey is. It's about understanding, peeling back the layers, peeling back the veil, and seeing the higher purpose for all of this, transcending that, choosing to do different, choosing to be the change you want to see in the world. You want more unconditional love? It has to start with you. Unconditional love opens up these pathways, these connections to the higher realms, higher source, cosmic connections, brings things into balance. You allow the energy to flow. For many of you, I know this has been an intense 4 months. Excuse me, guys. That dragon's blood is getting in my throat. It's been an intense 4 months. I know many of you, because you guys have written in, are really facing a lot of similar situations, similar energy that you faced your whole life, that started in childhood. This time period is so it could come up. You could look beyond that, peel those layers back, and choose to see it energetically in a different way and pour love. Because when you pour love, let's say there's your narcissism has been coming out big time lately. A lot of the teachings have been coming out about that. And yes, I did just release yesterday my new DIY course, the Narcissistic Playbook, how to beat them at their own game. So, and a lot of this energy that's been coming up the last 4 months is a lot of narcissistic energy. So if that's been coming up for you, how do you get out of it? How do you not allow it to affect you? How do you stop yourself from building a hotel in that energetic BS? It's that unconditional love, that cosmic connection. Learning that you can't chase and receive at the same time. The chasing energy, that control, got to make things happen, that is masculine, that is patriarchal, that comes from the intellect. If you're finding yourself moving back into that energy, or that energy really wanting to act out in your life, that's your divine opportunity to go, ooh, wait a minute. I could react the way I always have, or I can choose to see this differently. If you choose to see things differently, provide that unconditional love to yourself and others. And guys, that doesn't mean you have to get up on the phone and tell them, you hurt me, you did this, but I send you unconditional love. No, that's altered ego again. That's this, you can't chase and receive at the same time. How can I say that? Because altered ego wants it to always be about them, wants all that, it's the I, when in fact, if you were to call them up and say something like that, that's altered ego wanting to feed that negativity, feed out of that control, and it's just going to produce more of that. All of this that you have been going through, and now with this solar eclipse and this new moon and this new season, it really is time to release so you can shine. It is your turn to shine. The only person in your own way is you. It's not the narcissist. It's not your ex. It's not your parents. It's not whoever. It's you. I am in the ease and flow of abundance in my life. If this isn't your truth right now, but you want it to be your truth, every morning before you wake up, every morning when you wake up, before your feet hit the floor, say this: I am in the ease and flow of the abundance in my life. That starts a new dialogue. That starts a new pathway for the subconscious to attach to. Instead of looking at all the struggle and how crappy the weather is or whatever it is, you're saying, no, I know things are going on around me, but that doesn't matter because I am the captain of my ship. My life takes direction from me, my words, my thoughts, my feelings. And that's why you want them to be the most compassionate, that unconditional love. That inner dialogue is so vital. If you've got some sort of dis-ease playing out in your body, pain, aches, pains, whatever, things acting up, there is an emotional root and component to that. So look, we've got the 5 of Swords in reverse. You are saying, no, I'm not here for conflict, arguments. I'm not entertaining energy that wants to win at all costs. I'm over that. Instead, stepping into this magician energy, you know that you create your reality based on your thoughts, feelings, and your words. So you're becoming more diligent. You're connecting with the divine, learning to really let go and trust that everything is always working out for your highest good. 3 of Wands in reverse. This is saying that right now isn't the time to look too far ahead. Don't be looking so far in the future that you're missing the now. There are 2 thieves in our lives, 2 robbers, the past and the future. All we have is the now. The only way the past is going to play out in your future is if in this now moment, you are focusing your attention on the past and all the things that went wrong, yada, yada. You cannot manifest by saying, I don't want this. I don't want this to show up in my life. Because guess what? That's dualistic energy. That has doubt and fear in it. You are going to manifest what you doubt and fear the most because it has history behind it. All right. You are very close to achieving your goal, especially for those of you that this has really kicked up lately. And you're sitting in this and you're overwhelmed, you're tired, you want to give up. All you do is find yourself rehearsing the story and what people did to you. Let it go. Unless you want them to keep doing it to you. Then by all means, allow it to keep happening, but do yourself a favor. Don't follow me. Don't listen to my readings or my courses or anything if you don't want to change. Now, if you do want to change and it still triggers you and things like that, good. Because a trigger lets us know, hey, this doesn't have to do with the other person. There's something within us we need to look at. So if I'm triggering you, good. That's what it's supposed to do. Altered ego doesn't like me. I don't want it to like me. Why doesn't it like me? Why doesn't it want you to hear? Why does it want you to be irritated with me or frustrated with me or nitpick at me? Because it knows I'm speaking truth. It knows I know its game. It knows I know its playbook. Hence the course. So when all of this hits at once or it gets more intense, know that you are right there to achieving your goal. Do not give up. Do not take a time out. Keep moving forward. Your dreams need a practical plan. This is now time for action. You're moving into action. Do you have a practical plan for how you're going to achieve your goals? Doesn't mean you need to have a 2-year plan, a 5-year plan. It just means you have an idea of what you want and where you're going, but you're leaving it up for the divine to guide you. Cocoon. Conclusions are within reach. They absolutely are. They're right in front of you, just waiting for you to get into an alignment with them. All right, beautiful. I hope this helped. I hope you found some sort of clarity or information in here. that you can use that helps you get through today. Spend some time today under this energy. Put your hand over your heart, take a deep breath, and just ask Soul to reveal itself to you, and just sit there for a moment. Spend some time today in quiet contemplation and gratitude. Try to rein yourself in from thinking too far into the future. That other thief, that robber, aside from the past, being the future, the fantasizing future, meaning we can sit in fantasy, wanting to image it, feel it, all of that, that we miss the leads and the messages in this now moment. All right, you guys, as always, I am sending you oceans and oceans of love from my heart to yours. If you are interested in picking up that course for yourself, it does have a full audio with it. The link will be in the description box below. All right, guys. Namaste. Bye-bye.